Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. Oh, wrestling podcast featuring Matt Zion, Bomber Rap, Scott and Lee, and the one and only Peanut. It's Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. Bitches.
Call me crazy, but I mean, well,
I do.
Yeah, true.
Only if cancer makes a face turn.
Oh, goddamn, get out.
Oh my god.
So
Those are negative things.
what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Jobber Radio. We are getting one step closer to Wrestlemania. We're doing every single week. I know we got Rab here today. We got Zion here. This is probably the last time they're gonna show up for the rest of the next 3 months. But guess what? They're fucking here. And Rab, first of all, we're gonna start with you. How are you doing today? How are you doing? We haven't heard from you in like 3 months. How are you doing?
Since I've been around, I was in Germany for a while.
Weren't you
How
in
was Germany?
Amsterdam before that or something like that?
Oh no, I was just in Germany, but I was in was in different parts of Germany, but I was mostly in Bavaria.
It
was awesome.
Bavaria?
I highly recommend it. Here, there is much better, like considerably.
You say their air?
Here.
How was Germany, though? Did you like it overall?
Super cheap. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I heard it was great.
You know, I always heard about Germans being like these, very strict, no nonsense people, but that's not what I ran into at all. Everyone was real cool. Everyone was real chill.
They're super. They're supposed to be super nice.
I think
was really nice. Most people speak English, which is lucky for me.
Almost all of them. They teach them in school.
So much with the German, but most people spoke English. The older people is where you run into problems, but most people speak English. The occasional person, I found one person that I had to deal with that didn't speak any English, but luckily they spoke Italian because they were Italian, and I speak Italian.
You speak
what
the fuck? You speak Italian?
But besides
I have no idea.
How many languages you speak?
3? Well, I speak 2. My Italian's not very good, but it's good enough to get around.
Wow. Okay.
And I know very little German. What little I learned from being over there.
Well, there we go. We got a travel journeyman here, the guy that's been all around the world.
Yeah, no, it was great. Everyone should go to Germany.
And now you're going to be going to L.A.
What's up? Is gross.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, I think the bad reputation. I think that came from World War II.
2 World Wars.
Yeah, I think that came from that time
thing.
frame. The bad reputation came from back then. But Zion, how are you doing? Everything going good on your end over there?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing very good. Nothing to really complain about at the moment.
Good. That is always fun to hear. Now, what about Scott? We haven't heard a word from Scott. Not a single breath from Scott. How are you doing?
Didn't mention me yet, so I'm just sitting there waiting.
You can jump in.
As always, hey.
You can jump in.
I was going to say that my dad is actually in Germany right now.
Whoa.
On a cruise. He's through like Nuremberg and Cologne in the area on a 2-week cruise going through Netherlands and that, celebrating his 70th birthday. So
that is awesome.
Wow.
So when you mentioned, I was like, he's probably seen some of the. I've seen the photos. It's awesome. Always wanted to go. So yeah, it looks awesome.
What a small world. That's cool. Well, I guess we don't have any more German stuff to talk about today, but we have a lot of WrestleMania stuff. No, Rab. There we go. Have you seen anything?
Me? Never me. Jesus
well, we
Christ.
know you've been keeping up.
I was leaved a minute into
we
our
know
call,
you, we know
Fucking
you've been.
Christ.
We know.
God damn you, Bomber!
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, we know you've been keeping up. Rab, I have to ask: do you know anything that's going on in this build up to WrestleMania?
Which one is wrestling again?
Yes.
Oh, I'm totally on track, believe it or not.
Oh, good. It's WrestleMania. That makes sense. You jump back on.
It's
board.
WrestleMania, which is one thing. The build-up's actually been pretty good, if you ask me.
Really?
Oh, here we go.
Well,
Good.
We'll get there.
Oh, we got some discussion
right.
then. I love it.
That'll
This
be
is
good.
going to be
All
good.
right,
Good. Okay.
Be awesome, except for the one build-up that clearly they fucked up. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
Only the one.
I'm
Okay,
interested to
looking
know
forward to
what
this.
that one is.
One really fucked up one, but we'll get there.
All right. Well, first of all, let's start with some positive stuff. Matt Zion, you said you watched SmackDown this past week. Give me something positive positive that you enjoyed, that you liked. WWE did it right. They're building up right from WrestleMania to WrestleMania from SmackDown this past week. Give me something good.
Kofi and Bryan is great. I mean, like they lucked into this. This was not planned. This was supposed to be Kevin Owens and Bryan, which poor Kevin. I feel bad for him. He came back in and he's just a victim of circumstance. Like, it's not his fault, but man, Kofi just took the ball and ran with it. Good for him. It's the only thing I'm interested to see at WrestleMania is Kofi and Bryan. That's it. I don't care about anything else at this point. The matches I did care about, I feel like they ruined, but we'll talk about that. But Kofi and Bryan's fantastic, and I was really worried that Kofi was going to beat Bryan at the end of that gauntlet. Thank God he didn't. And then they can just, they have one more week to make it official. But it is going to be the two of them. So that was great. Kofi came off like $1 million. I like how he beat everybody. It wasn't like definitive. He basically barely scratched through and survived. It was awesome. I thought that SmackDown was really entertaining overall.
Wow. It's okay. Question, first of all. So the whole Becky storyline that you have a major problem with, how this, of course, is different, but they kept delaying Becky. They kept pushing Becky back. They kept pushing Becky back, getting her out of the match. Now they're doing that with Kofi, but you don't have a problem with Kofi, correct?
Yeah, because it's simple storytelling with Kofi. Kofi wants the title shot. Vince McMahon doesn't want him to have it. Bryan doesn't want him to have it, so he's working against all odds to get it. Becky already earned the fucking title shot. Then she lost it. Then she was suspended. Then they brought her back. Then she was suspended. Then Ronda dropped the belt. Then she wanted it back. And then Becky fought Charlotte. And then somehow she won because of a DQ. And now it's too much. It's all Becky had to do. All they had to do for that storyline was have Becky Lynch win the Rumble and challenge Ronda. And everybody would have lost their minds when they fought in the ring at the main event. The one-on-one. That's it. They convoluted the fuck out of it. Whereas Kofi's is a really simple story.
Yeah, we
know him. Everybody likes him. Everybody's always liked him. Always thought that he was a good middle card guy. But now he's finally showing, hey, I can be a main event dude. I don't know if it's gonna last. I actually kind of think he's gonna peter out afterwards. But like for right now, this is his moment, and they're keeping it simple. They're just having Vince treat him like shit, and that makes people want to get behind it. So far, they haven't done anything with it, Kofi wise, that I've had a problem with. I thought the Kofi buildup has been perfect.
Now I don't think it's perfect. Because I compare this back. I know it's hard to say, like, oh, it's the Austin days. But the thing with the Austin days, and they're always like, oh, it's management doesn't want you as champion. You're still in the match. They're just going to stack the deck against you so you don't win it. But it was always still Austin in the title match. We're literally, 2 weeks out, and we don't have a WWE title match? When they could have simply been...
Come on. That's the whole show, though. The whole show's a mess, all right? This is the best out of all the messes.
My point, though, is if they literally had Kofi versus Bryan and a build-up, not about how Kofi has to overcome Vince, because that's more of the feud than anything. It could have been simply, well, yeah, that's the feud they're going with.
Yeah, it is.
And that's no joke. Like the New Day, that's a you know what's a better feud? The New Day celebrating in their excess and overachieving into this amazing point versus Daniel Bryan, the Planet Champion, who hates everything they stand for, and just have them go at it like Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan at the upper echelon. Sure, Vince can try to throw roadblocks in there. Hold on. Vince can try to throw roadblocks in there to keep him from winning it, but why would you not promote that match the entire time?
It's not going to be the main event, though, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's not. But yeah.
Wait. There's two things here.
Because officially, let me just finish this.
It sound like people don't know what the match is going to be. Like they're not promoting that match.
They're not. It's not official. They're not promoting it. It is not being promoted in any way.
That they're pushing. It doesn't.
No, they're not. They're not promoting it. They are saying it's not happening. Kofi Kingston is not going to WrestleMania. The New Day Elite. That's their promotion.
It's only if people are stupid.
Yeah.
The casual fans are like, man, I wish he was going to Mania.
No. Let me. I let you talk for a while. And
okay.
I was going to say, you said wait.
Oh, fair enough. Go.
And then I'll say wait. Has been the, almost over, I guess at this point, Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte, and at least for SmackDown, this has been the feud for 4 weeks now. I want to say something like that, ever since it happened by mistake. It's in all the commercials for like watch SmackDown tomorrow because this is gonna happen. It's all over their channel. It's all over their Instagram. It's all over their Facebook. It's not like people don't know what's happening just because they didn't say, oh, it's Kofi versus Bryan at WrestleMania. It's not like they're not promoting the feud.
True, they're promoting the feud.
So I don't think that's a valid.
No, there's no.
Not valid. I get what you're saying.
As of SmackDown's end, all they've said all week is that Kofi Kingston is not going to Mania. If that's all you keep saying, you are pushing people to think, well, that's dumb. I hope he gets it. And they're getting people with that part. I'll admit that. People are rallying behind Kofi, yes. But why anti-promote yourself when you could have been promoting, hey, this Kofi hot streak, he's going all the way. He's going to it. Why? It's the same thing with Becky. It's the same thing. Why not promote that for 8 weeks when you only have it for 4? I don't understand. It's backwards to me.
It's 2 reasons. One, because that's not an actual problem. Them not saying, hey, in a week, in a month, this is going to be the match. Like straight up, specifically, here it is on paper. It's not a problem. It's not an actual issue.
Why not?
Because it's not. It's not affecting anything. There's been no sign that this is actually causing a problem.
Well, it goes back to what I said a while back.
It might not be a problem. Well, fair enough. It might not be a problem, but I don't like the story, and I know a lot of people don't. They're thinking this is overly complicated.
I disagree. I think the story is super over. I think people are very much enjoying it.
Vince is a racist and Kofi wants the belt. That's the story. That's the entire. It's so simple.
What's wrong with Kofi wants the belt?
I want to give.
Why do you have to put more in it?
He does. Sure, he wants the belt, but part of what's making the story enjoyable by the fans and why it's so hot right now is that McMahon storyline. Everything doesn't have to be. I just want the belt. Let me stand in the ring.
I think it's all Kofi, but I don't think it's Vince. But I think
they got behind Kofi in the gauntlet
storyline with Kofi and Vince.
They got behind Kofi with the gauntlet. They got behind Kofi with the tag match. They got behind it all aboard, all the way along. And then the Vince stuff comes in. Oh, we're going to make it better. Is the attitude I had? Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Fair enough. But they took away the stuff. They delayed it. Kevin Owens. They swapped it. Oh, we're excited. It's going to be Mania instead. Cool. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit of old school purist on this with the idea of why can't 2 people just go after the belt? Why do you got to bring in racism involved and have the corporate not like it?
It's not real. It's not real racism. This is like fake racism.
I mean,
it's not the story. It's not the
story.
No. Wait, no.
The story that they are portraying right now is that the New Day feel they're being held down because people like them, their words, are never going to be able to get through there and break to the glass ceiling. Kofi Kingston is not going to Mania. We want to leave. This is bullshit. That's the story they're portraying, not will Kofi Kingston win the title at Mania. What's wrong with that? Yeah. Why can't you go with that one with the feel-good ending? Why is everything got to be super uphill when they're already going there? It already is. It naturally is.
Yeah.
So let me. Can I say? I have 2 points.
They're not
real quick, Rami.
We're all going to keep going. Let's go.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, just for a second. Well, the thing is, I think this feud has only been because when it first came around, it came around by mistake. I don't know that they could have kept it going for so long with such heat by saying just like, okay, in 6 weeks there's going to be this awesome match.
Okay, well, to counter that, you could have had Kofi Kingston have the Mania title match this whole time and have to have things as roadblocks the whole time. But at least you still have, he's gonna get that shot. He'll have the shot at the end. That's what we're building towards. The way they've been.
That's not as interesting to me.
Okay, then we're literally 2 weeks out with no title match.
So
as of their own promotions.
Figuratively,
no, we are. No, but we are.
No,
but go back to Brian.
So you think there's a non-zero chance that there's not a title match at WrestleMania?
My point is they're promoting it ass backwards. Why not promote the thing you're going to do instead of tell people, no, we're not, but we really are, but you know. Why would I even tell you a story
that's like promoting,
without telling you the story?
Here's Endgame by saying, don't worry, I'll be fixed at the end.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't know that, though. That's the part. That's the point of it. That's the way they
look at it from the Bryan standpoint. When WrestleMania, when Bryan faced Batista and Orton, one of the reasons at the end of the day that all worked so well was because it wasn't really set in stone until right before. He fought to the fucking bitter end, but that in part that was because of the fans. This is essentially Black Daniel Bryan storyline. That's what they're doing.
Oh yeah. Well, Bryan's even pulling out the B+ player and shit. Yeah.
But I give them credit because they actually fucking listened to us, because they were gonna do Owens and Bryan, and nobody wanted that. Nobody had any interest in that. That felt like a random. Yeah. Why? It just felt like a total why moment. They listened, they heard that Kofi was getting the reactions, and instead of just going, all right, it's Kofi and Bryan now, they're actually putting effort into it. Like, Vince actually stepped into the storyline to try and get it over more. And I think he has. I think it has more meaning. I understand what Scott is saying in terms of, I also prefer usually I prefer to know by Royal Rumble who the WrestleMania main event is going to be, or at least for the title matches. Like, I like that. The issue is, again, everything flipped. It was going to be Owens. They listened instead of being ignorant and going, well, fuck it, we'll just put Owens in the match and have people not care. So, like, they're kind of impromptuing this. Like, it's all on the whim. It's not planned. It feels like they're writing it on the fly, which is true. I think they are. Like, again, they're listening to the reaction of Kofi and they're going with what matters. And also, the main reason I don't really care about it not being called before, it's not the main event. It's not going on last. No matter what, that's not going to be... People will remember this match as like a Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat situation, where it's not the match that everybody... Like, maybe it's the match that's the best one on the card, but everybody is going to remember Charlotte, Ronda, and Becky. And the problem with that one is they did announce it in advance, and then they fucked with it to the point where it was just obnoxious. And I felt like the story with Kofi has been simple and clear-cut. Vince is a fucking racist. He doesn't like Kofi, and that's it.
He's never shown signs of being racist.
I mean, come on.
No,
they are throwing out. They are throwing out.
No, that's the angle the New Day are taking, and I actually do enjoy the angle that they're taking. But there's never been a point where Vince is like, "Get out of the ring, get that nappy head out of the ring." That's a Triple H quote. That's a Triple H. It's a Triple H quote. Don't fucking call that shit. That's an old Booker T reference.
I'm just saying at the end of the day that I'm okay.
Who wrote that shit?
That was probably Triple H. That was probably Triple H, actually.
Vince.
No, that was probably Triple H, honestly.
That's a Vince. That's what happened. Vince had his main champion.
But I'm saying he's not doing that now. He's not doing that now.
And there was like, okay,
he beat him.
That's what happens when you're racist.
The idea of the can't win this, there was the whole Triple H Booker T story back from Mania 19. The whole thing was,
that's what we're talking
people like you can't win this, and he didn't.
So
Kofi might not win. Let's remember that. People are like, oh, that's a sure thing.
But that's why it works to what Bomber's saying, because I get what he's saying. He but why it works is because you have history of things like that WrestleMania match between Triple H and Booker T.
Now, I get it, too, with the idea, like, you don't remember the build-up. Like, Hogan and Rock was a crazy thing, but do people really remember that he hit him with an ambulance and stuff? Of course not.
Really bad build-up.
It was bad.
I remember that he hit him with an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, it was dumb. He killed him. He literally murdered him and came in the next week fine.
He hit the ambulance with the 18-wheeler.
It was great.
There's literally history known, and I think it was, I forget, a former writer said, like, I read this recently, the idea is that you don't remember everything leading up to it, but you'll remember the moment. You remember Daniel Bryan winning at the end, and you'll remember Kofi if he wins. Like, that's the key part. I just want to also have a good story to remember with it, and I don't think they're telling a good one.
But you said earlier, that you saw a lot of people that didn't like it. I'm the opposite. I have not talked to a single person or seen anybody that's hating on the Kofi Bryan build. Like, for the most part,
I haven't seen anyone.
You have now.
People are really into.
Well, you have now.
I haven't seen anyone besides Scott. Just now,
I've seen people shitting on everything else. That's the only thing that seems to be resonating with people.
Yeah, there are a lot of things people are shitting on. Are we done with this topic for the moment? Am I allowed to move on, or do we want to keep?
I'm excited for the match. That's all I want to say. I'm really excited.
Oh, the match is going to be good.
Great match. I'm looking forward to it.
By the way, last point, Daniel Bryan calling Kofi Kingston a B+ player made me fucking mark out. So good. That is, what a full circle. Good for Daniel Bryan that he finally gets to use that against somebody else. Yeah. It's great.
Bomber.
Yeah.
I have to say, are you happy to see that there's a match where everyone wants Daniel Bryan to lose?
I mean, it's a good story, I think. So.
Does that light your life?
Let's be fair. No, he likes this Bryan.
I do like this Bryan. I thoroughly enjoy this Bryan. He's great. He's on board my with this one. Favorite ever.
I don't
Daniel
listen
Bryan.
to the podcast when I'm not on it.
I understand.
I was filling you in.
Yeah, I understand. No, I do enjoy this character that he's playing. It's definitely the best
with it, though.
I've ever seen. Really?
My annoyance is they keep putting over Eric Rowan through camera shots and victories more than Bryan, and that makes me upset because Rowan's not going anywhere. He's just muscle.
Well, they're trying. I think they're trying to rub him off.
Yeah, they can try all they want. He's not doing anything. He's not talented.
I'm also
he's
tired.
A big guy, but I hate that.
I'm also tired of people saying, "Oh, I can't wait for Harper and Wyatt to come out with him." He's not. He's not doing a Wyatt gimmick.
They should though. They should.
They could.
What if they made the Wyatt family into like a eco-friendly family?
Yeah. But people have been predicting this since like fucking TLC. It's like, why do you keep thinking that? We would have done that by now. Maybe they'll go there, but no, just because he's linked doesn't mean they're going to stay that way.
Yeah,
he's not a bludgeon brother. They weren't.
That's fine with me. It's fine with
and
me.
did
if they did it, I'd be completely fine with it.
Oh, true. But it's like, oh, they're going to do it. Stop being wrong. Stop guessing it at this point.
Did I miss something, or is Bray Wyatt like dead? Like, where is Bray Wyatt?
He was on Starrcade.
He's been at the house shows and stuff, but he's not on TV. How weird. Another WrestleMania where he's not going to matter.
They, quote, have nothing for him, is what I'm willing to bet.
Yeah, of course not, because he's terrible, so there you go.
Well, I'll tell you somebody, we'll transition here with that one. I'll tell you somebody who does have something going on with him right now. That is the man who is getting the honor to wrestle Kurt Angle in his last ever match.
Oh, Jesus Christ. These memes are the best. The trash fire memes, I love them.
Yep. Baron Corbin was announced this week. Baron Corbin was announced this week that he is going to take on Kurt Angle. I mean, I can see them doing something at the show, but I don't see anything leading up beforehand. I think it's going to be going into the show. I think that's going to be the announced match.
Yeah. Which, again, is a case of don't promote it if you're not doing it. That's all my issue
I agree.
is. Promote what you're doing.
But he's going to beat Corbin in like 10 seconds. And then Cena's going to come out and challenge him, and that'll be his last match. That's why I think they would have announced it in advance if Cena was going to be like a build, but they're just going to do like a fuckery, like anything can happen.
It'll be a moment. Yeah. Well, the number of rumors I've heard from Kurt Angle will absolutely not have a Mania match. It's been rumored he wanted it, but it's not happening. And then he literally goes out on Raw and says, I'm having a retirement match at Mania. I'm like, well, so much for that rumor. And then it's Cena or Joe or all these things, and it better not be Corbin. It's Corbin.
Yeah, they've been feuding
I don't think they're going to hold on to that.
They did that on purpose.
They're literally doing it as a bad one to make the actual one be good.
So here's my question.
Which is weird.
Nobody going out gets the win, though. You don't leave getting the win.
Yeah, no, so he's going to beat Corbin.
No, he will.
Cena will beat him. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, so you said, okay, so you think Cena's going to come out, you said? After?
Yeah, I think Cena's going to close his career.
No, I've heard Cena's a lock. That's the last rumor I saw. But who the fuck knows? So, it's...
Yeah.
Imagine if Kurt just fights like 10 people in a row.
Well, I hope not. No,
he beats
I'm
Cena,
not
then
cool
Undertaker
with that.
comes out, he beats Undertaker, Rock comes out.
Everyone.
Wrestling forever.
Like, we don't get to have Angle and Bryan, which is a bit of a bummer because I was kind of hoping for that. But Kurt Angle's busted. Like, they were hoping he could do this for a while, but it must have gotten worse.
I was going to ask.
Not happening.
Did you guys see his match with Gable this week? Oh, man. It was just as bad, if not worse, than the match with Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
And Crews isn't that great, but Gable's good. So that was definitely worrying.
And if he can't even apply the ankle lock and make it look good. Like he can't even make it look like he's got like pressure on. He can't. I don't know why. I mean, I love Kurt Angle. I'm not like shitting on him or anything. I'm just saying it's like Taker. I think it's worse than Taker. He's looking way worse than Taker did in all of his matches where we're like, no more Taker.
It's so much tragicer because he was so fucking good.
Yeah, he was way better than Taker as far as in the ring, Matt, technical, all that stuff. But
should have come back like 5 years ago, and he would have had at least a decent final run.
Yeah, no, he's even his last match that I remember before he went to WWE against Del Rio. I don't think it was Impact. I don't know. It might have been.
It was
Impact.
What Culture?
What Culture? That I watched that match, and that was a good.
Yeah.
It was a pretty. It wasn't great.
The Henry match was fun. He had some cool stuff.
It was good.
There,
yeah.
We had a theory on that. We think that when he went to WWE, he had to get off the gas. He had to get off the juice.
Oh,
I figured that. Yeah.
Stopped him.
Gotcha. I mean that's definitely possible. That's
any kind of like TRT or injury type stuff gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that could have been what was getting him through.
Yeah, so I didn't really hear much from Scott, but sorry, God damn, I'm sorry with names tonight, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm talking to Rab here. I'm so sorry with names tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Rab, are you not into this match as well? Do you think something different's gonna happen?
So, but
what?
The thing is, like I said, I think a lot of what has been put into the match or into WrestleMania is I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that
means that they have to fuck shit up. So, not everything. They have to. They're just dumb people. So it would. I think totally. We're gonna go to WrestleMania. It's gonna be Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. They're gonna have a 7-minute match or a 12-minute match. It's gonna be terrible. And then we're all gonna applaud for Kurt Angle as he walks away or something.
Oh, so you think it's gonna go as advertised? It's just gonna be a regular match.
Yeah, I'm worried about that. Yeah.
Oh. I think that would be bad.
And I've heard a lot of people say the same thing. Oh, it's it's a feint because that's what this WrestleMania is about. It's about giving you a feint. But
you know what? I'll say that. I want to bring that up. Good call. There's been so many matches as far as, the Kofi. If this angle ends up being, not as advertised and it's something different. And then it was supposed to be Charlotte. It was supposed to be Ronda. Now it's going to be Becky. And there are I don't remember a year or a WrestleMania where so many of the same, like, we're going to give you this, and then it switches close to the last minute. I don't remember a time when this ever happened before.
I remember last year had stuff where it was a fatal 4-way at Fastlane, then it was a 5-man, then a 6-man. They were doing goofy stuff like that, but it was like that match.
Yeah,
nothing crazy beyond that.
I'm lazy as a company. I think that they're worth the most money they've ever been made, and they're just kind of winging it. Like there's no incentive for them to do better at this point because of how much money they have for the next 4 years or whatever that deal is with Fox that's guaranteed. So that's it. I mean, like when you are a rich person, what's the incentive to try harder? All you got to do is just make that money, baby. And that's what it feels like. Every WrestleMania, even though last year's, I gave it credit, it was a good show. I just didn't like the build to it. I thought the build was boring.
I think this is going to be the same.
Every single show, yeah, I agree with you, because the talent, we've always said the problem isn't the talent. The problem is the creative is god awful. And they're getting lazier and lazier every year. And like something's going to have to happen where maybe the Fox deal falls through because they get low ratings and they get dumped. But like until they're not doing well as a company, they're not going to be hungry. Or until, like we said before, if Vince goes, then Triple H takes over, and that motherfucker is hungry. He's ready to go. But like most of the build for this is just bad. The other thing I want to say is I did forget Batista's been awesome.
Oh yeah, Drug Lord Batista. Yeah.
Oh, he's the best. He's great.
I have no desire in that match, but the build's been fun.
But the build's been awesome.
I do because the build's been so good.
It's been great.
Generally I'm super anti Triple H wrestling anyone.
Yeah, well, but it's going to be a no holds barred.
I just never want to see Triple H wrestle ever again.
And this is no holds barred. Trust me, guys. I think this is going to be a good one. This is going to be.
It's going to be 35 minutes.
I've never said
maybe.
I think it'll be short.
I've never really been a fan of Batista as a wrestler. Like he's fine, but he's never been like one of those guys like, oh, I can't wait to see this Batista.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah,
same.
And he surprises you.
I like Triple H back in the day, but I haven't liked the Triple H match in Actually, I like the one with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that was
I haven't
good.
liked a Triple H match in like a decade. So good, and it's a no holds bars match. So they'll probably pull out a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited for this one. I think the build's been fantastic.
I am
it's been really fun.
I am morbidly curious because I never liked their world title run matches back in 05, which is how far back this goes. They were never overly great, but I mean they were fine. Batista can go with the right opponent, and I never thought Triple H was that. And I'm worried that Triple H is going to overdo something to try to make it be like an epic when it's like those Crown Jewel and Super Showdown matches. It's just like, oh God, no, just stop.
No,
what are you doing?
This will be good.
You're overdoing it is what I'm really worried about. But I think Batista might be able to salvage that, ironically enough. And I'm weirdly hopeful for it, but honestly, going in, I've never man, I can't wait for this match. No.
Call me crazy, but I mean, well,
I do.
Yeah, true.
Often.
I think Triple H
crazy.
Okay, well, this might be the popular decision, but I think Triple H is going over. You guys think that too? Triple H is winning? Yeah.
Oh yeah. The whole point is you've never beaten me. Don't you want to? Yeah.
But prediction here, they're gonna boo the shit out of Triple H. Batista's been too entertaining. And Triple H traditionally Triple H can't stand up to an entertaining heel, and so Batista's gonna be the baby face in terms of crowd reaction.
As long as they keep playing that. See, I'm so glad he came back. We would never have got this. Give me what I want, meme, whatever.
Oh, it's amazing.
Spinning on the mic.
Yeah, spinning on the mic.
No, that's not what I want. Give me what I want.
The bad.
I love that he leans into his own memes, though. I love that he's self-aware about the memes around him, and he incorporates them into his.
Well, he loved Blue Tista back in the day. Yeah,
it's great. Last match before he did all blue. That's so good. I love that
because I think he's cool dude. That's probably why I think Batista's a cool dude.
He seems it. Yeah.
But I mean,
he gets it.
I just hope he doesn't. This whole return for the final match doesn't get overshadowed by that fucking meme, and that's the only thing we're gonna remember from it. I hope they do have a good match.
Absolutely.
But I mean, we'll see. I think that's the overall feel that we have for a lot of these things, except for that one. I think a lot of people do enjoy the build. I really, when he pulled Flair out of that locker room, dude, I was like, this.
That was great.
I love this.
Yep.
And his look, he just has this badass look, man.
It's a mercenary look. Yeah. It's like, I will fuck you up and I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's great.
He just got this
I will say one thing, though. One thing confuses me about the feud in that I don't really get his logic on why he wants to wrestle Triple H, because he beat him 3 times. Like, logically,
doesn't make any sense.
It would work the other way around. Triple H would be the one beating the fuck out of Ric Flair, challenging him, because he's like, I gotta beat. It's like Batista's already beat him. He's never lost to Triple H. So why would he be all obsessed to beat him one more time? That they had to do this to get Dave as a heel. So it's okay. I'll accept it because Dave as a heel is awesome.
I may be wrong in this, but I think that this whole, I mean, I could be way off the base here, but I think the whole give me what I want is not I want to face you, I want to do all this stuff. I think at the end of the you know, the match, everything, what he really wanted was for like Triple H to, you know, tell him he's better or something along those lines. I thought they were going to go that route with it. It may be as simple as, you know, just give me the match, I don't care. I thought it was going to be I want you to tell me I'm better than you at the end of the day. Like Triple H admit it, you know what I'm saying?
That would make sense.
Yeah, whether or not they're going to go with that, I don't know.
And if he beats him for a 4th time,
I thought it was a you know, Triple H, give me this match because you know, you've never admitted that I deserve to be on the main event with you.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. Yeah, that's,
well, he's saying that you're not in control. You're this and this. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. But no, his interview was unfortunately everybody was chanting CM Punk. That's all I heard in the background whenever he was talking.
They were in Chicago.
Oh, was it? Okay, there you go. That's what it was. I didn't realize. Yep, that's what that was then. Okay, that makes sense. Perfectly makes sense now. Wow. Okay, what else happened? We had the Iconics defeat the Boston Hug Connection. So it looks like that's going to be
you got to rewind. Match. You got to rewind back to Raw for that because you had Beth Phoenix coming out of retirement with Natalya to challenge Sasha and Bayley.
Yes. Okay. So I guess we're going to be.
And then Nia and Tamina are like, no, we want it too. And then with the SmackDown, it lost. It's a 4-way match.
Yeah. So we got a whole lot going on as far. Okay. Well, time out. Let me look that up. Did they officially announce that yet?
They haven't announced it, but they're all crowing about it.
Oh, they don't announce anything, and it drives Lee crazy.
Get out.
A match for 2 reasons.
Crazy.
Because they did announce a bunch of matches.
At least this one, they're building toward the match. They're not outright saying it's not happening. That's the difference.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really, only 8 matches announced so far. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't worry, they'll have 17.
9 matches announced. Yeah, they will.
No joke. That's the plan.
Yeah, that one's not on there. Another match that did get announced officially was Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. I want to get your guys' thoughts on that.
Yep.
First of all,
good.
The match may be good, but is this a little out of left field? Do you guys?
Absolutely.
Everything about this pay-per-view is out of left field.
Okay,
so
yes.
Don't forget the plan, the hopeful plan, rumor, whatever was Cena versus Joe.
Yep.
That would have been neat, but I'm not disappointed by that because it was never a thing. So I'm not going to be one of those people. Would have been cool. Mysterio versus Joe did come out of nowhere, but cool. They've been building a bit of a feud. Neat. Okay.
Kind of weird.
They could always, by the time Mania happens, add Andrade. Who the fuck knows at this point?
But they kept Andrade and Ray going, and they didn't give the
proper
final build.
Andrade.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah. The rumor was Ray versus Andrade, hair versus mask. But the rumor is they didn't want Andrade to lose his hair, so they're not going to book it.
That's the rumor I heard too.
That's the rumor. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. Just have it a 3-way.
Vince likes his hair.
Yeah.
So gets fucked out of a WrestleMania payday.
I got a better idea for you. Instead of throwing Andrade in there, making it a 3-way, throw an Andrade and R-Truth in there.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Like the last. No, I'm just kidding.
I would really be okay with that. That's fine with me.
They've had that the last
pulling
5.
his weight with those matches. He'd be fine.
Both of those 4-ways were amazing. So give it to us on a bigger stage. You know they're gonna go fucking ape shit if they get time. So I'd be fine with that.
Well, either way, Joe's retaining.
The thing is, I needed Andrade to go to WrestleMania and win to keep him on an upward trajectory, so that he wins. So that he wins a world title this year and makes my prediction from the beginning of the year.
He's on the path.
That's true.
If they give him the Andre the Giant Battle Royal win, though, then he's fine. That would completely protect him.
Oh, Braun's in it, though.
But Braun's not winning it again.
No, he's not. Well, he never won.
He never won.
Yeah, he did.
Braun?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Braun's
did he win? I could have sworn he won.
I thought he won, yeah.
I didn't think he won last year. I gotta look this up.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, didn't he win the Royal Rumble? I mean, the greatest Royal Rumble, and then that nonsense the same year.
Yeah, I think he.
No, guys, I don't think
he won both of those.
I may be wrong on that. I don't think he did. Matt Hardy won.
Matt Hardy won.
You're right. I think you're right.
Matt Hardy won.
No, because
he and Big Show had a confrontation.
No, because Braun teamed up with Nicholas. That's right.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're talking about last year, that was a whole fucking nightmare.
Braun never won it.
Talk about somebody who just completely got fucked over by bad booking. Poor
Right,
Braun.
Nicholas, man, what a career he
Yeah,
had.
poor Nicholas. Oh no.
Who knew that Nicholas was the fucking
Sorry,
Shawn
dude, I was
Michaels?
waiting for that.
I'm telling you right
And
now,
Braun's
they
the
should
Marty
just bring
Jannetty.
Nicholas back for another tag team match, like some random thing just to piss everybody off.
Yeah, have him team
Why
with
not?
Dominic.
A
'cause
regular-
Ray's son
Why not?
was on SmackDown, so
Why not?
Thank you for bringing that up. I almost completely missed that. Yes, Dominic, Rey Mysterio's son, was back. I don't know if you got to see that or not. Rey Mysterio's son from, the whole Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio feud way back in the day.
Yeah, he's twice
custody
the
of
size.
Dominic. Yeah, he is
Yeah.
way bigger than Rey. And I think if they're going to do just this Joe versus Mysterio, just if it's going to be a one-on-one, I'm telling you, Dominic is getting fucking choked out this week on SmackDown.
Joe
How
attacks
old is he, though?
families.
How old is he though?
Oh, well, he was like 5 or 6 back in Eddie's
I
time,
think
so
he
that would have
was
been
older,
like 05.
He's got to
I'm
be
gonna look
near
it- I'm
18.
gonna look
He might have even been 10 years old then, and that was 12 years ago. He's probably 20 something.
All right, let's look it up.
Either way, he's like 8 foot taller than his dad. So.
Oh, he's definitely Joe attack age.
Yeah, he looked. As soon as I saw him, I was like, "This dude's getting choked out."
Yeah, absolutely.
He's 22.
Whoa, okay, yeah.
Jeez,
So,
he
yeah,
can
have
drink.
Joe choke him out. Why not?
He can drink. Wow,
Yeah. Wow. Okay, do it.
I did not
Yeah.
think he was
Well,
that
that
old.
shit was a long time ago.
It was, yeah. Oh man.
we're old.
Eddie was
yeah,
alive.
yeah, we're old
Which meant
guys.
it was around 05.
Guys, Dominic is 22. We're wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Have Joe choke him the fuck out in front of Ray. That'd be awesome.
I know we got other stuff to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about one of my favorite matches so far that's getting built up to AJ and Orton. They didn't do a whole lot this week.
right.
There was just a backstage segment. AJ did a very good. He's gonna come in to tear the house down because Orton's saying that he's the one that built it. Rab, what are your thoughts on this angle going on? Have you seen
Another
anything
one
from
I'm
it?
looking forward to. I like it a lot. I think the bit of a build between them has been good. I mean, it hasn't been super heavy. It just kind of, there's a segment here, segment there, and this is one of those matches where they're just like two guys want to fight each other and see who's better.
Yeah.
I'm all good with it. It's nothing special, and I think it'll be a good match.
I know who's winning.
Do you? Because this is one that I'm very. I know it.
100%.
I know what you're gonna.
Seal of approval.
I already
guaranteed
know who you're picking.
because he has to RKO him when he's going for the phenomenal. That's what's going to happen because
Yes.
they have to do it.
That's right.
So
Actually,
Orton's winning.
Yeah.
That's it.
I called that on the last podcast that you weren't here on. I said it's
Okay.
gonna. I didn't say it's gonna be the forearm. I said it's gonna be the 450. That's a lot harder.
I think the forearm makes more sense.
I mean, it's a lot
It's
easier.
gonna
than
look
the-
cooler. It's a bigger
I was
spot.
thinking the 450 as well because
No.
I feel like the forearm is too.
It's easier to do that. I'll admit that it's easier to hit it out of the forearm, but that 450, he's already coming down perfect. Like it's gonna be hard
Is
to
he
time.
though? That's difficult. That
It's gonna
seems
be
that
super
would be
hard.
really hard to do.
They could do it, but yeah.
He's just got to get
I
more
like
height
this
than
match.
normal.
I like this one a lot because it's just a simple build. And what's neat though is it's just a one-on-one, but it feels like a Mania match in its own way. Like, yeah, this feels like WrestleMania. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just AJ and Orton. Cool.
I feel like it'll open the show too. It seems like it would be.
It might.
It's
Yeah.
possible. It's possible. I hope it does. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be on the main card. It'll be a good
yeah.
one. Miz and Shane. I mean, Miz cut a really good promo this week. I feel weird seeing him as a face though.
Yeah, I don't care.
I feel even weirder seeing Shane as a heel. It's working,
I
but
mean-
it's weird. It's so backwards to what I expected.
I
that
can
last
more buy Shane as a heel than Miz as a face. He's just been such a great weasel champion and like just superstar over the years. He's so hard to buy as a face for me. But the match, Shane's gonna do his stuff. I think it'll be okay. I'm not.
He
This
needs to
is
stop wrestling.
this
He
is
looks
one
like
of
he's gonna
my-
have a fucking heart attack.
this is one of my
It is
least.
not a match anybody really demanded. Like, oh, Shane and Miz.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the one I'm
Is
least
there
excited.
any Miz match that anyone was demanding besides,
No.
with Daniel Bryan that we're obviously not going to do?
Yeah, no. Actually, a lot of people did want that, but you're right. No,
And is there any Shane McMahon match that anyone's want? So I mean,
No.
these two
I
guys-
will.
That didn't stop us from getting Undertaker before, so
Well, my point
And
is that
I was
both
fine
are
with
weird
that.
about
About it.
us to some extent.
Yeah.
You put them in some match together. Fuck it.
This probably
I mean,
says
it's not like there's anything that this match is getting in the way of. Is my point.
that's true.
agreed. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. This probably shows how
Which is-
fucked up I am.
Which
but-
is a stupid thing to say as a that's a positive. but
That's a weird-
considering
that's
the
a
way
weird
WWE
reason-
has been.
That's a weird reason for a WrestleMania match, but yeah.
I don't disagree. I'm saying that's a strange thing to say. Like, here's a positive. It's not fucking anything up, but you know, in
that's
the last 10 years, they fucked any number of things up by giving us shit.
Well, look historically. Like, we got Undertaker and Shane McMahon. Well, I guess we're not getting Taker and Sting. Was the thought process by a lot of people? So it's like, we're getting Miz and Shane. All right.
To be fair, this is what I'm saying. I think that
I'm not trying to put them on a pedestal for it or anything, but I'm saying at least they're not fucking anything.
Congratulations for not shitting the bed.
I think that Shane and Undertaker match would have been better than Sting and Undertaker. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I agree.
Also true. 100% true.
Probably.
Least, you know, people wanted it, I guess.
Yeah, like the fans would have been marking out for them standing across the ring for each other, and but it would not have been a good match. No.
One of the only other matches that was announced this past week. Again, you guys probably don't even know this guy's name. 205 Live Cruiserweight Champion match.
Weird.
Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. I don't know. I don't know if you guys know him.
Who am I not supposed to know?
Tony Nese.
Tony Nese.
I mean, some people don't watch 205 Live. I don't know.
Just what a weird choice. I mean, I kind of would have preferred Cedric Alexander again and like get his win like after he lost last year.
What do you mean lost last year? He won the title last year over Ali.
Did he win it? No, I thought Buddy Murphy beat him.
No.
I meant Mania. Sorry, he lost the title to Buddy. Yes.
Don't ask me why I know this.
That's what I mean. It was like he could beat him back, like that kind of.
Yeah.
Tony Nese is like a heel though. It feels like it's a heel versus heel, which is a little weird.
It was until he turned on him.
Yeah, these guys.
They're still both heels though. They both are assholes. They're just being assholes towards each other instead of baby faces.
I thought Gulak was going to be going for it, but
no. Yeah, I mean, of course that's what I wanted, but I had a feeling that it's going to be. There's been this weird swell for Tony Nese lately that everybody's been really on this Tony Nese bandwagon. I don't know where it came from
at all, but I haven't really paid attention.
I've seen it too. I've seen a bunch of people online who are like strangely into Tony Nese.
I've never been that into him, and I remember him back
one way or the other. Honestly, he's definitely one of those I couldn't care less about.
It's a pre-show match.
Put on a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it'll be a decent match. Yeah, I'm not a big Tony Nese fan.
Pre-show.
It is it will be pre-show. Yeah, it will be pre-show. I do enjoy Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy is definitely one of the top. I mean, he is the champion, but definitely one of the top 205 guys that they have talent-wise. Hands down, he just looks really fucking good in the ring, and I want to see him win.
No personality though. He has none.
That's
He's like devoid
almost
of charisma.
I agree, but that is 99% of the guys on 205 Live. That's the thing with 205 Live.
Murphy's been impressing the hell out of me. Like, I like his character. He just seems like a fucking legit tough motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me, Gulak is the only one with any charisma on that show anymore.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He deserves to be on SmackDown. Like, he's such a character that I think he could get over. Whenever
the 205 Live goes away, and one day it will, whenever it goes away, I think they'll keep Drew Gulak around because he's good.
He's been on NXT already too. They've moved him over there for some stuff. So.
Yeah. Mustafa basically opened it up for everybody, so there's a chance.
Mustafa's good, but again, no good. He doesn't have good charisma. He's a fantastic in the ring. But
he's a high flyer. He doesn't really need to have.
He's got the underdog charisma of people just get behind him because they want to see him win. Like look at this guy get his ass beat. He's got that charisma. So
and his fucking entrance is unbelievable. It's so good.
Him and Ricochet would be pretty good. That would.
That would be fucking awesome. Yeah,
that would be fun. But anyway,
it should have been Mike Kanellis, right?
God damn it. He just beat what's his name, Steve Corino's son. In a match not too long, a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you knew that. Steve Corino's son came in there.
Yeah, it was a local competitor.
Yeah, for a little job match. Yeah, got jobbed out. But that
at least he's got Maria.
Yeah. Speaking of that, a little shout out to former CZW World Champion appeared on Raw this past week. The guy that Ronda Rousey's husband knocked out. The guy, the security guy that Ronda Rousey's husband knocked out was a former CZW World Champion.
Seems about right.
Robert Anthony. He also used to be Egotistico Fantastico. A little shout out.
I recognize that name. I've seen that one before.
Yeah.
So was he a plant or is he just now stadium security?
No. Yes. Goddamn. Yeah. Yes. He is still a wrestler, and his manager. I don't know if you know this clown guy, Frank the Clown. Anybody?
Oh, what the fuck?
Isn't that Noel's?
Yes. Literally, Frank the Clown is his manager on the indie scene.
The worst thing I've ever.
I just, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, there you go. some little indie stuff for you.
I think
But
it's worse than Frank the Clown.
there's Frank the Clown's bad. Anyway, the only match that has been announced that we really haven't even talked about, which is Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, because it feels like it's not a thing. It doesn't feel like it's a match that's happening at all.
Yeah.
Let me ask this question, because Scott was very adamant and very, defensive about the match needs to be put out in place ahead of time. So this match was. What are your thoughts on how this match has been put out in front and it's kind of fallen flat a little bit?
Like a match.
Here's my problem with it.
Okay.
They've not even been promoting it.
Yeah, not at all.
It's just, it's happening. Look at Seth Rollins fight Drew McIntyre.
By the way, I want Brock to win this. This is the first time ever that I'm like, please have Brock win this, because it just doesn't. If Rollins beats him, it won't matter. It's gonna be like a whatever match, just out of nowhere.
Why wouldn't it matter?
Yeah,
it just doesn't matter, because the buildup has felt more like Roman Reigns versus cancer than Seth Rollins versus Lesnar.
I'm really confused.
People are real into Roman Reigns versus cancer.
That's true, and he went over, so that's good.
That is, I'm super happy he did. So
yeah.
I'm real excited till when we can get back to hating Roman Reigns.
I'm not. I mean, I never will probably, but
I actually think they might turn on him against Drew, like at WrestleMania. They might actually just flip and be like, all right, well, you're fine now, so now we hate you again.
Yeah, that's going to be another match.
I don't think people are that into Drew.
He did already get beat down by Drew, and Roman was playing the, I'm a hurt babyface now. It's like, stop being the hurt babyface. Just be the guy that fights, and see, I'm already anti-Roman again.
They're not
be the big dog.
Oh, he's gonna win it.
Don't be the poor puppy. Be the big dog.
Yeah, no, I don't want him to be a heel right now, but I want him to be a badass. I don't like when he tries to play sympathetic. It just doesn't work.
Which he did on Raw 1 week after. Yeah.
Yeah, he's too big. He should just be a powerhouse. Like, make him a badass like Austin. Austin would get beat down, but he would come back and kick ass. I don't want Roman to be the sympathetic babyface. No thanks.
I'm just still blown
I want
away
Roman
that
to be the asshole heel.
Well,
that's also
we're not going to get that. So
not after the cancer thing. Not for a while.
Only if cancer makes a face turn. And
no, goddamn, get out of here.
Oh my God.
No. So anyway, Brock Lesnar.
To be fair, I see cancer selling a lot of merch.
No, you guys.
Yeah, that's true. I see that Susan B. Komen's always promoting it, so it's got to be over.
Well, actually, you know what? That's a WWE partnership that they're willing to go with right there.
And it's a shitty one too, because they fucking take all kinds of money that doesn't go to help people with cancer. Awesome.
So, Zion, explain this to me, because you just said you want Brock Lesnar to win. You have done nothing on the show but absolutely shit all over Brock Lesnar. Why in the fuck? So you're willing to sacrifice Seth Rollins become a champion because
it's not the main event, so I don't care.
I know it's not the main. I know
if it's the main event, then Rollins should win. But if it's not the main event, if they're gonna put the title on Kofi, which I suspect they will, and if they're gonna put the title on Becky, which I suspect they will, then you can't have 3 of the big titles changing hands. So like that
it's WrestleMania.
You can't see her losing.
At WrestleMania, you can.
I don't think so.
They did like 7 title changes one year.
But I said my main problem with this is that like he won the Rumble and then it felt like Roman came back and kind of like ruined it. Like I'm glad he came back, but it took focus off of Rollins and now it's more about Roman. So it's like, well, it just doesn't feel. It feels if he wins, it just kind of feels like it doesn't really matter. Why not have Brock beat him and then have somebody else take him down the next pay-per-view? That seems more logical.
Roman even came back, I was feeling this is a weird build because it's so anti. Like I said, they had this one planned out. Yes, it's announced. It's cool. Now we got to do nothing for 8 weeks. That was the reverse of what it was. Like you can do something and have people face off because Kofi's always there and Bryan's always there, or Becky and Ronda. Like they're always there to work with that. But Brock's not there, so Seth's like, anybody there?
Well, they had
Heyman.
Drew help.
I mean, it's Lesnar.
On one hand, I remember thinking they should have held Roman back. Not saying he should have hid the fact that his cancer, but like, and I'll be back, as soon as I get back into ring shape or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit.
Yeah, Kevin. I thought he should have been in.
You're suddenly handed someone that now people want to see that you've been trying to push forever before WrestleMania.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I think they just wanted to
have him in Rollins' corner. I thought that would have helped boost the match significantly. Rollins is getting beat up by Lesnar, and then all of a sudden Roman's music hits, and he comes out and he helps even the odds against Lesnar. Like that could have been a moment, but now instead they're just going to do Roman and McIntyre, which would be fine. I mean, I'm not hating on it. It'll be okay. But there's no flavor to Rollins and Lesnar at all. It just feels like they're going to have a match and that's that. I have no interest in the build. It just seems like nothing's happening really. They're just going to wrestle.
And it's not even as interesting as the last time they had their one-on-one, where Seth was terrified of him as the WWE champion.
Horrible match, by the way.
But that had an interesting build, at least. There was interest in it.
Awful match. I don't like.
Yeah.
Not good. I just don't have any excitement for it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Seth, he's usually. I kind of see him as the Michaels now. He's the new Mr. WrestleMania. He always tries his best to bring it up, but just like, I just don't really care about it. It just seems like an afterthought.
I wonder what Game of Thrones character he's going to come out as this time.
Yeah, right.
He always comes out as Game of Thrones guys.
What if he's going to do Jon Snow this time?
I mean, I would not be surprised, honestly.
Yeah.
Comes out with the whole
Daenerys.
the black. Oh my god. Comes out on a fucking CGI dragon.
He comes out on a dragon. He's wearing a dress. And he's, oh god.
Yes.
Burn it down.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the dragon breathes fire.
Oh my god. No. It's over. It's over.
He's Tyrion and he comes out on his knees.
Oh my. Okay, there it is. There it is. So with all this, we're gonna have Roman. We're gonna have Drew at WrestleMania. Yeah. I know we know all the rumors with Dean. Who is Dean going to face? Is Dean going to face anybody? Is he just going to be in the Battle Royal?
Will Dean even show up after his beatdown from Raw? It was that Dean gone.
I don't know that he's actually going to show up again.
Oh, you think like that beatdown?
Be gone.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. That would be
they should have done Roman and Dean. I mean, I thought Roman and Dean had a better story behind it. Like Roman trying to beat Seth into Dean for what he's been doing and try to get him back on the path, but that doesn't work, so they go to WrestleMania.
They could have.
If Dean's actually leaving, then there's no real point in giving anybody a rub from Dean, so you might as well put Drew in the match.
Well, don't forget, too, the old rumors was that Dean was going to turn on Roman, and that was going to be the Mania build between those two for the title. When Roman came back, I'm like, Dean can just turn on him again. Here we go. We still got the match. No, Dean and Drew, or Roman and Drew. All right, well, what about Dean?
I think
it makes sense. I mean, if he didn't resign, though, I wouldn't want to put him in key matches either. He's not coming back. You might as well give it to somebody sticking around, and that's McIntyre. So why not?
I would definitely put him in a match and have him put somebody over, though. At least, I mean, he's not going to go out there and sandbag.
He's on his way out, so it's just kind of like it's kind of pointless for anybody to beat him at this point.
So, Bomber, do you still question that he's on the way out?
I do. I think it's one of those. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not saying like I'm not being stubborn.
It's one of the weirder
about it.
Announcements, right? So
yeah, I'm not trying to be stubborn about it, but it's just in wrestling. I'm at the point where I don't believe shit until I actually see it because there's so many bullshit things that come out.
Think of this, because Gallows and Anderson went through the same thing, and apparently their contracts are done in September, and they opted not to resign. No announcement about that. There's not that nobody cares about them, but why not do that too? It's a weird, unprecedented thing that I can't recall having happened before.
I mean, if he does...
Even Hall and Nash, they were saying like they were just under-promoting them, but they were still there.
Yeah, I mean, if he does leave...
It's a weird thing.
If he does leave, I'm going to miss him, but I mean, that's the way it goes. If he's got to do his own thing.
I mean... He's better off to leave. He needs to get his stock back up with the company and come back like in 5 years.
I don't picture him...
if even that long.
I don't think he needs to be gone that long.
I don't even know...
But if he signs with somebody else, though, if he goes to and makes couple $1 million off doing AEW or whatever, just by selling merchandise, and he can come back stronger later.
I don't.
Not only that, but if he just simply like his contract expires, there's no non-compete clause. It's just okay.
He can be at that show.
I mean, I really feel that he's not that. You know, the story of he really just wants some time off is probably more accurate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean. He should be putting over Nia Jax. We all know
he's been the biggest workhorse for them over the last 5 years.
Definitely one of for sure, 100%.
He just needs some time off, man.
Yeah, I mean we'll see. Unfortunately,
not injured time off too.
Unfortunately, he's one of the guys where his personality wise, he'd be a guy that I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves and just never comes back. As far as like, you might see him show up in some indies every once in a while, but not like ever be. He's got enough money to be fine with the way he fucking promotes how he lives.
Argument to be made.
Yeah, but if he likes doing it, he'll want to come back.
He loves wrestling, though, and like if he loves wrestling enough, why wouldn't he take a couple million to take a way lighter schedule and go to Japan or go to AEW and just for a couple of years just do his thing, and then if he wants to come back to that grind, then he can do it. But
just RVD.
He also doesn't want to fuck up his wife's career.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think that would fuck up her career.
I even heard a rumor.
Make sure
if he tells Vince, yeah, don't worry about it, I'm just leaving and I just want to take some time off, and then he immediately goes to AEW. Yeah,
I had heard the opposite. I heard when they were talking about it off the shows that I was listening, they were saying that he full blown just said he didn't like the creative they had for him, and he was done. Like he's just that's it. Yeah. If you're gonna make me do this weird,
Yeah.
wacky shit that I don't want to do, and I want to be a serious character, I'm out. So, I mean, but at the end of the day, though, we just don't know. So we're gonna find out. But it is suspect that he's one of the biggest stars they have on the roster, and he's not doing anything at WrestleMania. That's a big sign that he's on his way out to me.
I will agree with that, yes. If he doesn't have a match, like a premiere match, that is a bad sign.
Any match.
Yeah, any
anything.
match. I was going to say, like, they could easily always throw him in the Battle Royal, but, yeah.
I honestly think he's not going to have a match.
He might not.
He might be gone after that.
To me,
with that beatdown.
That makes a little more sense for the Shield reunion as far as, our last one. That would have derailed any, Roman versus Dean, because they wanted to get one last big hoorah in there, and they said we'll just, they could just go a different route and just say bye, Dean. But I don't know. Again, like I said, I believe when I see it. It could happen, it could not. We'll find out. Oh shit, I had something right there at the yes, I actually saw a rumor that his wife, her name Renee Young, thank you, would be released off the commentator team after WrestleMania.
I saw something about that, but I didn't look into it.
And I was wondering if that would have any. Again, it's a rumor, it's whatever. But
I would say if she left, it has to be off of the fact that she wants to follow him out, because I don't think this company wants any bad press when it comes to women right now. Yeah. So I think that's her choice. I don't think she'd be forced out.
You don't think they would? Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, because when you were saying
that happened with Cody and Brandy too. She's like, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay, because that's her. It's your boy. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, but Renee Young has a little more talent than.
She's pretty great. Yeah, I would hate to see her go, but at the end of the day, she's got to be happy. Happy, not like do what you got to do.
I guess I just wanted to. Last thing to talk about here. What's up?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, there's been rumor or stories about ESPN wanting Renee.
Do the coach route and go serious for a while.
That's interesting. I mean, I listen.
That would kind of make sense. They'd have a much more steady life for a bit.
Yeah, wouldn't have to travel everywhere. I listened to her podcast on the Sam Roberts show. It was I don't know, about almost a year ago, and she was that's what she got her started in, like sports stuff and like all that. And she was never really big into WWE or anything. It just kind of like happened. So I mean, I wouldn't see no problem with her going away, or any reason for her not to. So I don't know, we'll see. I hate to see both of them go, because obviously I like both of them, but you never know, man. You never know. We'll see. They got to do what they got to do. But I want to talk about, because we're talking about people going away. That's the whole thing.
There's a Mania match you haven't mentioned yet.
That's been announced?
Yep.
What's that?
They said on SmackDown that there's going to be a 4-way with Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, and Naomi. Winner faces Asuka for the women's title.
Oh, yeah.
That's how farted out that build is.
It's going to be all four of them, though. It's going to be a fatal 4-way.
Oh, probably, yeah.
I think, yeah.
So that's going to be...
It'd be a 5-way.
But that's
be a fatal.
No. Someone gets left out.
No, someone will win, and it will be...
That's not going to be all of them.
No, it's not.
That's how farted out that is. Like, it should be a big, epic match, but it's like, no, someone gets one.
What if what's-her-name walks down to the ring, and instead of walking back, she just beats the shit out of him, DQs him, and it becomes a 6-pack challenge?
Well, hold on. Is that supposed to be happening at WrestleMania or SmackDown next week?
At SmackDown. On SmackDown.
That's what I thought, yeah.
There's a fatal 4-way match between Mandy, Sonya, Carmella, and Naomi. The winner will face Asuka at Mania for the SmackDown.
Well, I'm telling you. Lacey comes down, DQs it, and they just go, all right, 6-pack challenge.
No.
It was literally announced. It's like, the winner will get an opportunity. So it's like, Ronda had all this crazy stuff going on. Asuka, SmackDown 4-way 2 weeks out.
Yeah, but they love getting everybody a payday. So, and the original rumor was Lacey.
Yes.
So that would make sense to just go, fuck it, put them all in the match.
She walks out and just keeps going to the ring?
No.
Yeah, and actually DQs it. Like, she actually gets in the ring and just hits somebody, and they call for a DQ, and they just go, fuck it, 6-pack challenge. Go.
Someone mentioned it in the Discord. I think it was Warden who said it was like, imagine if she won Money in the Bank. Every time she walks out, is she cashing in? That's a good gimmick for her with that. But
annoying.
No.
Yeah, it would work. That would work.
Her thing's already bullshit as it is. But no, I hate to spoil it for you guys. That's not going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Lacey Evans, she's going to win the Women's Battle Royal, if there is one. They haven't confirmed there is.
Probably is.
She'll win that. This is what's going to happen in the 4-way SmackDown. Same thing. The match at WrestleMania is going to be what I said it was going to be. It's going to be Asuka versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose are going to get a double pin on SmackDown over Carmella and Naomi. That's what I'm calling right there. Calling it right now. It's going to be a triple threat. It's going to be a triple threat at WrestleMania because it at least has some build. Carmella and Naomi. Yeah, maybe one of them gets thrown in there. I don't know, but it wouldn't make as much sense. Not like everything.
Well, Mandy and Naomi have history too.
That is true. Yes, they didn't really completely resolve their "I'm gonna fuck Jimmy" or Jay or whichever Uso she's married to. I think Jimmy. True, that is true, but I don't know. They've been teasing the Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville breakup, so I think they're getting a double pin on SmackDown.
No, but then how can they do their YouTube channel where they review donuts?
I didn't know that was a thing.
That is a thing.
Oh. It is a real. It's called.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's something like
they just review nothing but
Demandy. It's DeRose. It's something. DeRose donuts or something.
Yeah.
Well, you know how everybody fucks on kayfabe anyway, so they can still do that. They can be hating each other and still do that. So I literally watched a promo today from some girl that I don't know if she's signed by AEW or she's trying to be signed by AEW.
Oh, the librarian bullshit?
Some librarian bullshit. In her promo, she's like, I'm going to be a librarian. I'm going to get this gimmick over. I'm like, who the fuck does that in a promo? Who says they're going to get their gimmick over aside
from Triple H
my God.
saying, yeah, game over.
Well,
I get it.
His was stupid.
And we're living in a time where that chick threw up on Joey Ryan's dick, okay? Anything's possible.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You can be okay? You can be okay? Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
You have a stroke right now.
Lovers died on
I was
screen.
hoping we could go through without hearing from either one of those people.
Yeah,
but
she threw up on his dick.
no,
All right.
again, I don't know if that librarian chick is signed or wants to be signed, but goddamn,
California is destroying professional wrestling.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, what are you doing over there? Get a hang of your fucking state, Zion.
I'm sorry. I'll talk to Joey about it.
There you go. Oh my God, please do. So let me check the calendar. Let me see how many shows do we have before the actual WrestleMania so we can plan out. When is it? It's the 7th, right?
Yeah.
So we have 2 shows beforehand. The 29th and the 5th will be when our shows come out. So not our next show, but the show after, we're doing our big, as we always do every year, our big prediction show. I know we do JRPL, but we also do our own prediction show here on the podcast. So whatever you guys do, if you can't make next week, make sure you guys, I'm talking to you, Rab, Zion, Scott, you guys, make sure you come on our show on the 5th if you can.
I'm always on. What are you talking about?
I had to throw your name in there.
I know. Now you include me.
Yeah. Try your best.
The on-show predictions than I do in the JRPO.
Yes. Yeah.
That's true, actually.
I don't know why.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't have anything else to talk about.
It's the point system.
I'm just going to throw in, last plug. I'm going to say, if you guys haven't already and you're hearing this, you need to sign up for the JRPL, Jobber Radio Prediction League. Go to jobberradio.com. Just follow the steps. It's right there on the top. It says Joan Prediction League. Click it and sign up. That's all I got. You guys got anything to plug before we get out of here? Any upcoming events or anything you guys are doing?
All good.
Okay.
No, it's all good right now. Nothing to promote currently.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that's.
I'm on this podcast called Jobber Radio.
Ooh, like where can I find it?
Yeah. What's the Twitter handle, man?
At Jobber Radio.
There it is.
Oh, good handle. That's good. That's
you
good.
didn't even know. You didn't even know. So that's.
I do know.
I know.
I do know.
I know you do.
It's at Jobber Radio.
At Jobber Radio. JobberRadio.com.
Is it Jobber Radio? Oh, Jobber Radio.
So everybody, we will be back. We will be back next week. We're talking more WrestleMania, talking more build up, and we should have all 16 matches, 17 matches probably booked by then. So, yeah.
In 2 weeks, I would imagine so.
Yeah. So
but considering that we didn't know about the Undertaker match until 2 hours into WrestleMania, who knows?
Yeah. All right. Well, that is it. We will see you guys next week. Goodbye.